Hi Libra and welcome to your October 2019 general reading. And please excuse me, I keep losing my voice. That's why I've not been doing weeklies, but I actually really felt like doing your reading, so let's give it a go and see how things work out. So we're going to do our usual general, and then I'll do a sort of quick, not a quick, but I'll do a relationship dynamic reading, but the longer reading will be on Vimeo, and then we'll have a look at what's going on for you for the month ahead. So please give me clear-cut messages for the sign of Libra. Okay, they're ready. So what's behind you is the Hermit with the Six of Pentacles. So some of you may have been very, very focused on the flow of money. The Six of Pentacles is also about dialogue, conversations, relating, but it's with the Hermit, so quite a lot of self-reflection. Could be around a Virgo, or very, very nice cards together. Maybe some of you have been considering the way ahead regarding a relationship, regarding a job, regarding something's been a bit out of balance and you're trying to restore balance. Anyhow, let's find out more. What you want is the Queen of Wands. Can be a fire sign person, or again it can be about your own energy. The Queen of Wands is a very, very confident energy, very magnetic, very alive. Yeah, you know that feeling that we all have in times in our life when we just feel very, very alive and very fiery and very confident. The gift is the Ace of Cups. Very beautiful. I have to say, when that falls in as my gift, it's probably the sort of best month that you can have, because there's a feeling of protection, being guided, and of course love when the Ace of Cups appears. Don't always love it when it comes as a challenge. The challenge is the King of Wands. Okay, so the King and the Queen, and what's in the middle of the King and the Queen is the Ace of Cups. What's interesting is body language, because the Queen is looking ahead and the King is looking towards the Queen, but the King is a challenge. Relationships, okay, you've got the Nine of Swords. I haven't seen the Nine of Swords for you for quite a long time, Libra. There was a time when we were always getting this anxiety card. Now, I don't want you to worry, because sometimes when the Ace of Cups comes into our lives, so does the Nine of Swords. I don't know why, but we'll find out, okay? Money and work, you've got the Two of Pentacles, which is about juggling. It's not a bad financial card, but it is a card of juggling, these Two of Pentacles. Quite often it's a card of investing. If you look at the image, he's letting go of one of the pentacles. It's going over his shoulder, and it's a seed that lands, and that it lands on hopefully fertile ground. So it's an investment card as well. Four of Cups, oh, at the soul level. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that noise. Can be quite a frustrating card, this. This is obviously the Ace, it's the gift. But you're not picking up this Ace. And maybe you're not picking up the Ace because of the Nine of Swords. Some fear, some worry, some anxiety. Then you get the Four of Swords. The High Priestess appeared, but I don't tend to get conclusions like that. I choose, oh, you got the Sun. So what I tend to do, the last card, then I shuffle again. You get clearer cut readings, Libra, if you do it that way. But anyhow, you got the Sun, which is about illumination, clarity, which is beautiful, because I'm hoping this Sun is the end of anxiety, but I also hope it ends as Four of Cups. The Four of Cups isn't a bad card. It's just, I mean, the image tells a story. This beautiful cup is the gift, but it's a card of an awful lot of reflection on the cup, but no one's doing anything about it. And I think that's where the Nine of Swords is coming from. Fear. And the outcome, Four of Swords. Then the sun in our planet is the star of the show. It gives life to everything. So it's always about new growth, illumination. It lights up the moon. It lights up the darkness. So very, very beautiful outcome. I've got you in quite a self-reflective mood here. I think some of you have been in it for quite a long time, because the Hermit's here and the Four of Cups is here at a soul level. So the Four of Cups isn't about feeling depressed or anything like that, Libra. But it's not a card of standing up. Maybe that's why you want the Queen of Wands, because the Queen of Wands is she's a queen that rises. Yeah, she rises from the ashes, this Queen of Wands. So maybe that's why you want her, because some of you aren't feeling this energy. Maybe your energy's down low, so much more in contemplation. And what you want is to be this energetic queen that says yes. That would make sense to me. The gift is the Ace of Cups. It doesn't really get much better as a gift. But there's obviously some sort of, is the word inertia? Some sort of, something's not quite moving the way it should be. I don't know why, Libra. I spend most of my life reading the Ace of Cups as a card, because it's the eye of the divine. It's this beautiful love. But you're not picking it up. Or they're not picking it up. And if that's the case, it's because of the Nine of Swords, I think, because of fear. Tell me what's going on here. The challenge first is this King of Wands, okay, who's looking right at that Queen, but not one of the two of you are moving. But there's this beautiful cup that's uniting you, but no one's doing anything. That goddamn Four of Cups, basically. Why the Four of Cups? Tell me why. One card to tell me why the Four of Cups is showing up. Five of Wands. Head and heart going in separate directions. Five of Wands. Shall I go that way? Shall I go that way? I'm a reader that actually likes the Five of Wands, because change doesn't just happen. Most of us, when we get down to it, can be the Four of Cups. But the Five of Wands is a card that's trying to create change. It's like an engine. It's a very hot card. So the heat comes from within, and what it's trying to do is generate change. And I don't know if the change is from you or the other person, because other people are just mirrors. I've done many readings when the reading that I've got is actually for the other person. So tell me why the Nine of Swords then for Libra and their relationships. One card. I'm going to split them into three. Sorry, can you see me splitting? A lot of people like me to see me doing the cards. Three of Wands. So Three of Wands is additionally a card. Most of you know this card of waiting. And I think that's where the Nine of Swords is coming in. And maybe that's why even your energy's a little bit flat's not the word. It's not that it's flat. It's just a little bit of nothing. And I think because there's waiting, and maybe there's this fear that the change will never happen. Maybe there's fear that your ships will never come in. And it's almost got you in a little bit of a place of retreat on an inner level. But I think you've been there already with that Hermit. Gosh, it's going to be an interesting relationship reading, isn't it? So, Two of Pentacles and money and work. Some of you might be making an investment with the Two of Pentacles. It's a card of juggling, but Three of Cups is the clarifier. So giving good cheer. So with the Two of Pentacles with the Three of Cups, so maybe what you're investing in or what you're releasing is leading to an awful lot of happiness and celebration. Not a bad combination of cards, because you want the twos, you want the Two of Pentacles to be growing, and it is growing because the Three of Cups is flying free. And the reason these people fly free is a lot of the energy that were once sucking their souls and oppressing them have been released. So I hope that's what's going on for Libra. Now I want to go to the outcome, and then I sort of know what's going on here. See, sometimes trying to bring this into a general reading, it can be a little bit of a, this is one, the King and Queen of Wands are two people who want the same thing. And obviously it's this Ace of Cups. But it doesn't look like it's a straightforward path, Libra. So again, the outcome, Four of Swords, still retreating. Again, not in a bad place. None of the fours are bad places because we feel quite solid and secure within them. And maybe that's a lot of where your energy's about this month. Just being a little bit, looking after yourself, looking after your own well-being. So not being as, I'm not calling you pushy, but almost like, for some of you, when the cup comes, it comes. Everything's in divine orchestration, everything. And maybe your energy's low and that's why you want the Queen of Wands. Very beautiful. The Sun's the outcome. It doesn't get any better. It doesn't get any better. I don't believe in good and bad karma, guys, okay? The most amazing things lead to the most awful places and vice versa. There's a couple of cards that are just, it's called adorable karma, by the way. So it's not about good and bad karma, it's just about this love that you've given out in the past coming back to you. And that's why it's never a mistake to give when you can give, or to support when you can support. It all comes back, I guarantee you it does. But the Sun and the Ace of Cups are both my cards that when they appear in a reading, if it's my reading, I don't even do the reading. I just stand up and go, fantastic. Fantastic. I'm about to reap some of the harvest. Some of the good that I have put out to the world is about to come back to me. It's never a mistake to give to people, Libra. Ever. It's never a mistake to send blessings to people. It's never a mistake to love, because it all comes back to you. Very, very interesting reading. I want to find out one more card that connects the King and the Queen of Wands. One card, please. I'm going to split them into three. That's very funny. I really felt like doing your reading. Okay, you got the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is about success, overcoming the Five. Yeah, so velour and victory. But it is with the Seven of Pentacles. which is a card of waiting to give birth, essentially. So we can give birth in many ways. It's about a waiting process and waiting for something to be complete. What I like is the 6 is one step over the 5, which means it looks like there's going to be some sort of resolution. Okay, so give me the connecting relationship card for Libra, please. One card. 8 of Wands. So the 8 of Wands is a card about travel. It's a card about communication, a lot of communication, but not always meeting yet. We'll find out. So, which would make sense with the rest of the cards. Mentally, you're approaching them as the King of Pentacles. They're approaching you as the Death card. So the King of Pentacles, I've got 2 different really strong visions coming through. King of Pentacles is a right stubborn energy. One of the most stubborn. And I wonder if you are being a little bit, not stubborn, but you don't seem to be, there's a part of your energy that's not rushing. It's like you're almost a little bit, what's that word? What will be, will be. A little bit, is that 4 of Cups? When the 4 of Cups appears for me, I'm not rushing into anything. I let the other person do all the work and I just take a step back. So that's what the King of Pentacles would do. Very focused on his own security. And I think that's why you got a lot of 4s. Now they're going through the Death card. Can be a Scorpio. If not, the other person you're dealing with might be going through some sort of change process. The Death card is about outgrowing a part of your life and being in a transitional stage. Clarify a bit more of the Death card. One card to clarify the Death card for Libra, please, for the person they're dealing with. It's with the Empress. Okay, this might be a very, very reading for one person watching. So some people might be going through some sort of change in their family structure here. For some of you, it's not. The person that you're dealing with is... No, it's not. I think some people are dealing with people going through some sort of change here. Even changing home, changing location. Why is Libra the King of Pentacles then? You're a funny one here, Libra. High Priestess. It's like you're taking this sacred pause. And I guess what you're doing is waiting to see how the whole story is going to unfold without a state of interference in the process. And if I was with someone who is going through cards like this, that's how I tend to approach it as well. Anyhow, Libra, if we get one more card for Libra before I go and do the Vimeo reading, boy, you get the 9 of Cups. A little bit of wish fulfillment, a little bit of joy, and boy, do you deserve it, guys. Anyhow, I am going to go do your Vimeo reading now, and I'll speak to you later. Bye.